Pirates have long fascinated the minds of men. Rebellious, adventurous, and free-spirited, they carved their own path in the world. After serving 10 years in the Navy, I took the plunge to write my own story. Since then, I've learned directly from some of the most savvy marketers in the game. My name is Ben Perry, and welcome to the Pirate Marketing Podcast. Welcome to this episode of the Pirate Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, the Pirate Marketing Captain, Ben Perry, and I'm going to just get right into it today. So it was actually inspired by a post that I commented on, and I love those posts because people have genuine questions and I get to answer with genuine feedback. But they were asking, hey, can you warm somebody up who is on the colder side with sales? And specifically, she was asking, can you sell people through the DMs? And I think that you can, but you have to do it right. There's certain things that need to happen. There's certain materials that people need to see. And I saw a couple of, bigger names on there, and they said, yeah, if you have the right materials, if you have the right, pre-sales process. But I didn't see anybody actually kind of break it down. And so I did, and I'm just going to go ahead and share it here for posterity on the Pirate Marketing Podcast. So first of all, in order to have somebody like ready to buy, I think that you do need to have certain pre-marketing materials in place. Now, what does that mean? I think that there's three different beliefs that you need to be addressing in your pre-marketing materials if you want that person to have the highest chance of being primed for a sale. And what I mean by that is getting them closer to the buying pocket. So if you're unfamiliar with what the buying pocket is, the buying pocket is, let's just say the center, right, is the middle, is the buying pocket. And on one side of the extreme, you have somebody who believes that they can't do it no matter what. And then on the other side, you have somebody who believes that they could just do it on their own and they don't need your help. And so there's a sweet spot in the middle where they believe that they need help, but they also believe that they don't know it enough on their own in order to achieve the result. So your marketing materials need to be kind of batting people into that buying pocket. Now, here's where people kind of leave this out. It's the three different beliefs, it's the three different steps. And I got this from Russell Brunson and Steve Larson, but this also helps for sales. When you're doing high ticket sales, you need to have your marketing address three things. The first thing is they need to have, they need to trust the actual offer itself. Like, do they believe that this can help? Like maybe, like not just them, but do they see that it can? Like, does this vehicle actually work? So if you can sell them on the actual thing, then great. And you can normally do this by having testimonials, right? So you already see other people getting results. Can you see that this can get results? And they go, yes, I understand it. The second thing that you want to have in your pre-marketing materials is you want to address, like, they need to be able to trust themselves. So whether it's a course, whether it is a coaching program, or even an app that they have to use, do they trust themselves enough to use it, to go through it, and for them to have success? Because a lot of times people will believe that it can happen, right? This can help. But if they have an internal limiting belief, I see that it can happen, but I don't believe that it can happen for me. A good example is somebody, maybe they're teaching a public speaking offer. Yeah, I can see that this actually helps, but I'm not the type of person who fill in the blank. And so this is where you want to have your pre-marketing materials address the internal belief. This works even if you're shy. This works even if you're somebody who would never want to go on stage and you're just a very shy person. So we're dealing with number one, selling them on the vehicle, getting them to trust that the vehicle can get the result. We're addressing the internal, right, beliefs that they need to have. And the third thing that your pre-marketing materials need to have is the external. They need to have trust that the logistics are actually going to line up. And the logistics could be money, time, partner, and whether and along with partner, I would say reputation. This is a big one that a lot of people miss. I actually got this from Travis Sago. One of the things that people need is they need to have the validation that this is going to help their reputation. That's an external thing. So an example of that would be, well, if you did go through this thing, what would that mean about you as a parent, right? So if you have kids, and let's just say that it's your standard, hey, join my program and we're going to help you make more money, an extra 10K a month, 20K a month, all the way up to, hey, we'll help you generate 7 figures in a year plus. Well, if I don't do this, what kind of example am I setting for my kids? That's like a kind of a reputational identity type of thing, which almost kind of goes more towards the internal. But what if by you signing up for this program, let's just say Russell Brunson, who happens to be a really big guru right now, if you signed up for Russell Brunson's inner circle, your reputation will skyrocket in that particular community. And maybe you're trying to attract people who are Russell Brunson fans. They understand the importance and the significance of being able to work with Russell. So I think that those are the 3 different beliefs that you need to be hitting on, right? And so I got this from Russell and I got this from Steve Larson. But I think it also works for your pre-marketing materials, your pre-sales process. How do you get the person warmed up? How do you get them closer to the buying pocket so that they are primed to be able to have an offer be made to them? So this is what I answered inside of that post. And I think that there's a lot of people who just think, hey, the VSL is going to lead them to an application, and then the application is going to have them book a call. And then the next thing you know, I'm talking to the person, but they've had no marketing materials sent to them between the time that they actually saw the ad, booked the call, and when they actually had the call. There's all that time in between that you could be reaching out and sending them specific marketing materials. And if you look at the application and you can kind of see, hey, this person would probably do really well if they saw this specific testimonial. Hey, you know what? You remind me of Erica, and Erica was going through this exact same problem. She had the exact same kind of hesitations. But once she went through it, here's the results that she was able to get for herself. So very short episode for today. Wanted this to be super action-packed and quick. I'm going to dock the episode there. Let me know what you think by leaving a review, or you can let me know by going to Facebook, my personal profile, www.fb as in Facebook, fbben.com. That will take you directly to my page, and I will see you on the next episode. Savvy?